Magic Johnson's latest moves could save thousands of lives. On the road again, overseas, President Bush insists the recession is history. And a special report on the money crunch in Hollywood and its impact on you. This is the CBS Evening News. Dan Rather reporting. Good evening. You could hear it everywhere today, people talking about basketball star Magic Johnson and AIDS. Magic's doctor says Johnson got the virus from having sex with a woman. This could be a turning point in public awareness of the disease. As correspondent Richard Threlkeld reports, the perception may finally be catching up with the reality. That reality is, AIDS is not a, quote, just a gay disease.
And you think it could never happen to you?
Magic Johnson said he wants to get America thinking about AIDS. He has, beginning at the top. President Bush today in Rome.
If there's more I can do to empathize, to make clear what AIDS is and what it isn't, I want to go the extra mile.
Right now, AIDS researchers say Washington is not devoting nearly enough money nor effort to finding a cure.
One of the questions the Magic Johnson case brings up is, will we have developed a successful way of treating HIV infection by the time he's likely to become ill? At present, it does not look like we will have done that.
Here comes Magic.
Magic Johnson's just the man to educate the rest of us about AIDS. He's not a drug user, neither are most AIDS victims. He is heterosexual, so are 4 out of 10 AIDS victims these days.
Now we know that we all are at risk, that white people and black people, gay people and straight people, that we're all at risk, even our heroes.
Magic Johnson's an African American. Blacks and Hispanics are contracting AIDS twice as fast as everybody else.
The virus is on the rise.
And for now, at least, people are paying attention. In a classroom at Somers High School in New York today, Kathleen Kelton was talking to her students about safe sex.
Nobody ever has to get HIV again.
And they were listening.
If you have unsafe sex, you're going to get it.
All of this took place today because one famous man has had the courage to stand up before the whole world and say, it could happen to you because it has happened to me. Richard Threlkeld, CBS News, New York.
For Magic Johnson, this was a quiet day spent talking with his physicians. It was a day of big adjustments for him, his family, and his friends. As his Laker teammates arrived in Phoenix for their first game of the post-Magic era, the impact of Johnson's stunning public acknowledgement was being registered on and off the court.
The only thing that we have left that's any energy or any strength is our love for Magic and his love for us, his love for this team.
Along with reaction were revelations. Johnson's wife of 2 months is reportedly pregnant. She has tested negative for the AIDS virus. Magic's basketball friends, fellow superstars shaken by the news, say Johnson is now teaching them a lesson in honesty and courage.
I asked him, what should I do from this point? Because I was really confused about it, and he just said, live on. I'm going to be as positive as I can be, and I want you to be as positive as you can be.
It's not like he's died or he's, passed away or anything like that. We look at it as a guy who was injured. His career's over in basketball, but his life still goes on.
Isaiah Thomas. The Magic Johnson story could serve as a warning for all of us, especially for other sports stars, though. As correspondent John Blackstone reports, their lives can be both especially glamorous and dangerous.
And all I want you to do, like we've been doing, is just party and have a good time.
That's often what life on the road was like for professional athletes until yesterday.
They go to many places, they meet many people, and they have a lot of opportunity for, should I say, fun times.
Just how much fun Wilt Chamberlain has been revealing as he travels the country promoting his autobiography. He claims to have slept with 20,000 women.
Especially in the 60s and 70s. You understand? I was young, strong, willing, and able, and maybe just a lucky step. Who knows?
We're surprised you had time to play basketball.
As many a vacation romance attests, a change of scene can change the rules, no matter who the traveler is. But for professional athletes, It's almost part of the job description.
The notion that somehow the sexual conquest comes with the athletic prowess.
Bob into right field, base hit. From time to time, the sexual adventures just off the playing fields make headlines. Basketball all-star James Worthy tried to hire 2 prostitutes last year. They turned out to be policewomen. But usually, the girls are just there.
It's beyond temptation. It becomes what reality is. Reality is, you know, kind of take your choice, and your choice is the cream of the crop.
But with thoughts of where that reality has led Magic Johnson, things may be different when teams head out on the road now.
Me, I'm going to get married. This is it for me. This is a big enough message for me to slow down.
What was once considered one of the rewards of life on the road has now become one of the dangers. John Blackstone, CBS News, San Francisco.
A lot of people who had not paid much attention to AIDS before have a lot of questions and concerns about it now. CBS News health correspondent Edie Magnus consulted the experts today and got answers to the most often asked questions about AIDS.
Magic Johnson claimed that he doesn't have AIDS but HIV, so I want to know the difference between the two.
The virus is the actual organism that causes the disease. And when someone's infected with the virus, they can be completely well for many, many years. We call AIDS the end stage of that viral infection. The many, many complications that people get because the virus has destroyed their immune system.
Is he ever going to have a very bad case of AIDS and die, and ultimately from AIDS?
It is likely that he will continue to have weakening of his immune system, but hopefully drugs will come along that will be able to at least slow that process down considerably.
I'd like to know how you can get AIDS other than through sexual intercourse or needles and drugs and so forth.
It is only transmitted through sex, through blood products, and from mother to infant. There is no evidence whatsoever of casual transmission of this virus.
Why hasn't there been more really serious concern on the part of the government for this?
I think people think on the one hand, if you just throw an extraordinary, unlimited amount of money, you're going to get a cure tomorrow. That's not the case.
We need our president to come forward and to tell us what he wants to do, where he hopes we can go to try to cure this disease.
How long is it going to take for the doctors or scientists to find the answer or the cure to AIDS?
We can't, unfortunately, hope for a cure and avoid this conversation with our children. To save their lives, we have to talk to them now clearly about sex, about gay sex, about IV drug use, and how to protect themselves no matter what kind of situation they get into as they grow up.
Finally, a lot of folks ask today, if Magic Johnson has the AIDS virus, why doesn't his wife have it? The short answer is no one really knows. She may need to be tested again to make sure that she is still negative. And they will have to practice safe sex from now on. Dan?
Edie Magnus, thanks. Straight ahead on tonight's CBS Evening News, arson challenges the faith of Florida churchgoers, and President Bush insists it's not a recession. Whatever it is creeping into Hollywood.
Every year, for the past 11 years, Hertz has been rated the best overall car rental company by a survey of renters. For over a decade, 19,000 renters considered car selection, reliability, cleanliness, and the quality of the company's service. For the 11th year in a row, we're America's #1 way to rent a car.
Hertz, America's wheels.
What do you smell?
I smell nothing. It's almost like you're working to breathe.
For fast relief, try Dristan 12-hour nasal spray. Now smell.
Orange, yeah. Tristan nasal spray. Worked very fast.
Tristan, the face of relief today.
In art, taste is subjective, but in life, good taste is well defined. Fancy Feast gourmet cat food, exceptionally moist and delicious. Fancy Feast. Good taste is easy to recognize.
Still traveling in Europe, President Bush insisted again today that the recession is over. People who think the economy is in trouble are wrong. Mr. Bush brushed off critics who say he should travel less and pay more attention to the economy. Back at home, this only served to intensify the number of questions. Mark Phillips has our report.
President Bush may have been far from home today in Rome, dealing with the future of NATO, meeting with the Pope. But his seemingly eternal problems with the domestic economy followed the president to the Eternal City, where he may have touched a nerve with his current view of the recession.
I'm not prepared to say we're in recession. It is not the kind of growth that I'd like to see the United States have, but it is not recession. It does not fit the definition of recession.
For the record, the dictionary definition of a recession is a temporary falling off of business activity during a period when such activity has been generally increasing. That definition was enough to satisfy some members of Congress today.
The president should come home and talk to people in Michigan and elsewhere. Then he'll know there's a recession.
What he's preaching, in fact, is Tinkerbell economics. Just blink your eyes, click your heels, and the recession is over.
And not many people on the streets seem to need convincing there was a recession going on.
I think there's no doubt in my mind that we are very clearly in a recession, and it's just a matter of how deep it's going to go.
Take care of home first, and then take care of the foreign countries.
The latest economic numbers are not encouraging either. 8,600,000 people are now officially unemployed. Last week alone, another 14,000 people lost their jobs. To get into a semantic argument, economists say, is to miss the point.
Rather than focusing on the technical semantic issue of whether or not we should call it a recession, the president should instead focus on how can we help those people who are really in difficult straits right now.
President Bush traveled to the Netherlands this evening, where he'll discuss economic policy with the leaders of the European community. When the president returns home, he will not only find the same nagging economic problems he left behind, he may find that the comments he made while he was away have only made his problems worse. Mark Phillips, CBS News, Washington.
While President Bush emphasizes time and again that in his judgment the United States economy is not in a recession, it is undeniably true that a lot of Americans are hurting, even, some would say especially, in the heartland of America. Bob McNamara looks tonight at the impact of the money crunch down on the farm.
On a frigid Iowa morning, neighbors of a man who died suddenly gather to harvest his corn crop, a last favor for a friend.
In a farmer's world, our crop is our paycheck. We need to get that paycheck to the family.
It's just plain Iowa, and we work together.
But a donated day's work won't ease their own problems. Bad weather, low prices, and a lingering recession.
It's just catching up with the rest of the country, I think, right now, but we've been feeling it quite a while.
We're just simply not paid enough for what we produce.
From the grain elevator,
something's got to be done,
to the church supper.
You got to hope it's going to get better, otherwise you might as well quit.
There's a frustration that Washington neither knows nor cares about the farm crisis.
I don't think they understand how, when my husband was a boy, corn was $2 a bushel. It's still $2 a bushel, and that was 40 years ago.
My wife teaches school, and I have a seed business. You can't make it on one paycheck. It takes 2 or 3 paychecks now.
This takes a lot of fellas out, a lot of young fellas, and I'm very worried about this.
With failed family farms, the signs of surrender all around them, there is little hope that better times are ahead.
We're kind of out of answers. We don't know where to head.
A recession may be news in other parts of the country. But here, where another harvest will barely pay bills for another year, just getting by is as much an Iowa way of life as helping a neighbor in need. Bob McNamara, CBS News, Jessup, Iowa.
Presto has a great idea.
Shoot some slices, shoot some shreds, shoot some salad shooter.
Now, Presto has a great big idea. Professional salad shooter slicer shredder. Big capacity, holds a lot, shoots a lot. Powerful, fast, a variety of cutting blades so you can point and slice thick, slice thin, shred right into the bowl, even ripple cut. Chop great right where you want. Clean up easy, dishwasher safe, store anywhere.
Salad shooter.
Original, cordless, now professional salad shooter.
Power. Applied intelligently, its effects are magnificent. Witness the Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme. Powered by the world's largest 24-valve V6 engine and an electronic transmission. It's a car designed to provide a more intelligent standard of performance, measured not simply in miles per hour, but by a slightly different gauge. miles per gallon. Oldsmobile, the power of intelligent engineering.
Hey, give up. What's with all the exercise?
Oh, I just want to let everyone know that Sunsweet prune juice isn't just a delicious change of pace.
Oh, well, that explains it.
Sunsweet's a great natural source of energy.
Good. You're gonna need it.
Thank you.
Right now, America's most popular brand of appliances is on sale at Sears Brand Central. What are you doing? Where this 21 cubic foot Kenmore top mount and 22 cubic foot Kenmore side-by-side are at their lowest prices ever.
What you're watching is an American armored vehicle being destroyed by an American helicopter by mistake, killing 2 of the men inside. The pilot's story Sunday on 60 Minutes.
A judge in Houston, Texas today ordered a new trial on what's become known as the case of the Pom Pom Mom. Wanda Holloway was convicted of trying to hire a hitman to kill the mother of her daughter's cheerleading rival. Defense attorneys had argued that one of the jurors was on probation and should have been disqualified. They won that argument today. A shocking and unsolved arson wave in northern Florida. Someone is setting fires in churches. The latest one just today. Correspondent Doug Donnell has our report on that.
The destruction at a Baptist church in North Florida before dawn today was the 28th mysterious blaze at a church in Florida in the last 18 months. In 4 cities, the damage totals millions of dollars. But the impact of each blaze is far greater than just dollars and cents.
I cried. I just cried my eyeballs out. It just, it hurts. That's all. I feel like I lost a real good friend.
You just don't believe it. You heard about all the other fires, and then you heard about this one, and it just breaks your heart.
Fires that destroyed some of Northeast Florida's largest and most historic places of worship are believed to be the work of one or more arsonists. Robert Crichton, special agent for the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, says investigators are still assembling a profile of the suspect.
Certainly as someone who's disturbed, someone who has a real problem with the religious community. Every one of them are directed at houses of worship.
The only apparent link between many of the churches is that they are near interstate highways. Police have questioned several suspects, but so far no one has been charged. Doug Donnell, CBS News, Miami.
More CBS News ahead, including news of your money and a story about kids who still believe in magic.
Along with the glaciers, a string quartet. There are eagles and old world antiques. Midnight sun, Rosenthal china, the finest service, and the spouting of whales. Surely there is no land on Earth more magnificent and wild than Alaska, and no way more civilized to see it than aboard the ships of Holland America, the world's best cruise line.
Once again, Buick is raising the banner for quality in America. Introducing the 1992 LeSabre with a higher level of power, safety, security, and convenience. This new LeSabre is going to be one tough act to follow. LeSabre for 1992 from Buick.
What a feeling, feeling fresh.
Fix-It Fresh has a crisp, clean feeling and a stronger hold than any other cream adhesive. A fresh feeling and stronger hold are 2 great reasons to fix it and forget it.
When you're all stuffed up and use an ordinary nasal spray, it drips into your tissue where it can't help you breathe. But not Sinex Ultrafine Mist. Its medicine stays where you need it, so you can breathe the way you want to. We don't drip down, we clear up.
I was dreaming that I woke up, turned on the TV, and my afternoon soap stars were on. And guess what? Starting Monday, they will be on in the morning on CBS This Morning. It's breakfast for your head.
In Eye on America, a fresh installment of our special series about the economy. It would be difficult to find a part of the country that is not hurting. Even in the land of make-believe, the pain is real. Richard Roth shows you tonight in The Money Crunch, Making It in America.
I drop by my agents and just keep my face visible.
Maybe you've seen the face,
What do you think?
even if the name's unfamiliar. Mary Garipoli's been in Hollywood 7 years, making a living as a character actress. But in today's economy, Mary's getting killed.
It's bad. It's very bad. It's like Hollywood is holding its breath. just waiting for something good to happen. No, but everyone's afraid.
There's grumbling on Hollywood sets, on the assembly lines of the Dream Factory.
This summer was particularly bad for me. I just could not get arrested in this town.
It's so difficult now.
And the story's the same on Executive Row. Headhunter Bill Simon hears it all the time.
When you talk about a studio cutting 5 or 10% of their employees, you're talking about hundreds and hundreds of people. It's serious. It's a very serious problem.
All of Hollywood's in a bad mood, maybe the worst in 20 years, summed up by entertainment lawyer Peter Deckham in 3 little words.
Down, down, down is the catchword of the United States film business.
It's you for other people's money.
Down in box office dollars, down in studio profits, and down in the pace of production, while costs keep going up.
The fact that budgets last year averaged at major studios $28 million a picture. That's a major problem. What you've got is the recession has amplified the underlying problems in the industry as a whole.
Conventional wisdom has always said Hollywood's supposed to be recession-proof. Even in the Depression, people went to the movies. What the business finds hardest to manage, experts say, are the cycles of its own success.
When Hollywood feels good, i.e. makes a lot of money, it expands, it makes more movies, it ups the budget, it pays more for stars, for books, for directors, and it gets itself in trouble.
Today's trouble began in 1989, the best box office year ever. Flush with profits, studios spent a fortune launching movies that finally made it to the screen this year. Movies no one wanted to see.
Who's next?
Movies that cost too much.
This is a brand new tuxedo!
Movies that shouldn't have been made in the first place.
Your Honor, could we have the court reporter read back the dog's testimony?
Falling profits from recession-battered amusement parks and other businesses owned by studios only make it worse, and tight credit is wiping out management's margin of error. Orion Pictures, drowning in red ink despite some big hits, claims it will release some talked-about new movies, but not until next year. Leo the Lion's studio is on the edge of extinction.
I swear I will not kill anyone.
The wreckage, though, isn't universal. The enormous success of Terminator 2, for instance, more than $200 million at the box office, sounds as easy to explain as a formula plot.
Many people don't want to see anything small. If they want to see something small, they sit at home and watch television. That's the bottom line. You have to find out what the people like to see, and that's what you have to give them.
Exactly what's planned for the holiday season coming up. Big movies with big names, heavily promoted. The payoff, if it works, would be a Hollywood happy ending, a new wave of prosperity, a new cycle of success. Mary Garapoli, auditioning whenever she can, worries a turnaround won't come soon enough.
I get despondent and I feel afraid.
Afraid of?
Going under. My hopes are to get my career back to where it was.
Back to the promise of this town that lures so many people with so many dreams. Richard Roth, CBS News, Hollywood.
With the chalky taste of some antacids, it can seem that the cure is worse than the pain. Introducing new Mylanta Cherry and Cool Mint Creams, the best tasting antacids, blended creamier for a non-chalky taste.
No wonder my doctor said Mylanta.
Because sometimes the day ends and the pain doesn't. We're introducing new Tylenol PM with extra strength Tylenol pain reliever plus a gentle ingredient to help you sleep. New Tylenol PM so you can rest easy.
Ford Motor Company profiles in quality, reliability.
The quality of today's Fords, Lincolns, and Mercurys is no accident. It's engineered into every car and truck we build. We bump before you bump. We open and close. We brake, we shake, we get in and get out. We freeze, we start. When your goal is to build the highest quality cars and trucks in the world, you don't do it any other way.
At Ford, Mercury, and Lincoln, quality is job one.
I can't wait to use my new Corning Visions cookware.
Corning is so smart. They came out with a new cranberry color just in time for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, and they've made their saucepans non-stick. They must have known I'd be doing the cooking. I've got to get some more batteries.
Oh, good. Rayovac alkalines are on sale.
Why do we need so many?
Because everything in our house runs on batteries.
I don't.
No, you run on cookies.
Ever since they changed Kmart, Bob says I spend too much time here.
How insensitive.
Do yourself proud. Make you look beautiful. Do it for yourself with Minwax and Wood.
Get beautiful color with Minwax Wood Finish and lasting protection with Minwax Polyurethane.
So do yourself proud with Minwax and Wood.
When Mom gets a cough and cold, everyone suffers.
Mom, Dad's ironing.
Time to doctor that cough with Robitussin.
Look, Mom's feeling better.
Robitussin, recommended by more doctors, pharmacists, and Dr. Mom.
Our final story has to do with dreams. Some of Magic Johnson's most magic moments took place at the sports mecca called the Los Angeles Forum. The dreams that brought him there began on urban playgrounds like the one across the street from that big arena. Pat O'Brien of CBS Sports paid a visit there today.
Irvin Johnson used to walk across the street from where he played basketball to talk to the children at Kelso Elementary School in Inglewood. He would reach out to them and talk to them about drugs. Now, the children here are reaching back.
It was just sad. You can still be a good person. Don't let yourself down just because you got the AIDS virus.
It's been only a day, but Magic Johnson's openness about a subject so personal has done more than 1,000 classes on sex education. It has been Magic's greatest assist.
I think that this will bring more reality to the children. They feel as if they're untouchable by this type of disease.
And if you really want to find out the effect of all this, talk to the children. And you realize that if AIDS was faceless before, it now has a face. What was your feelings?
I was upset about it because wouldn't nobody think a person like him would get AIDS.
Talk to the children, and you discover that this disease not only has a face, but now a voice and a soul.
Well, what would you say to
You
Matt?
think his wife still like him?
His wife still like him? Of course she likes him. She loves him.
Think the baby's gonna have AIDS? No.
They say no now, but they'll keep checking the baby.
Oh, she's crying.
Who's crying? What brought those tears? Thinking about Magic? You want to tell me about it? Huh? It's okay to cry. You know that, don't you? Did you say a prayer for him, maybe? What'd you say?
I said, please help him and please let him play the next game.
Dreams, Magic Johnson, and lessons about life, all part of our world tonight. Bob Schieffer will have the news tomorrow. Coming up later tonight on this CBS station, Face to Face with Connie Chung. Dan Rather for the CBS Evening News. See you Monday. Good night.
Need a new car but can't afford new? Now there's hope. It's the nearly new car, and it might put you in the driver's seat. Monday's Money Crunch report on the CBS Evening News. This is CBS.
At Thriftway, our 41st annual fall canned food sale is still going on.